everyone. So I've been getting a lot of messages from people asking me about the energy in general for the next year, just because there's a lot obviously going on economically, politically, society is changing, etc. So I understand the concern, but I want people to understand that this is not a 1 year or 2 year cycle that we're stepping into. It's more of a 4 to 5 year cycle. Okay, so there's a lot of changes, and you'll see here I pulled a lot of cards, basically asking around the energy for next year. And the first quarter of the year is not going to be bad at all. It's going to feel more collaborative. There's going to be some action. People are going to feel a little more comfortable that things are being done. There's action being taken. People will start feeling a little more secure. But mid-year, I want to say end of April into May, June, there's going to be a very noticeable shift in the energy. It's going to feel as if all of a sudden things are being done that are super counterintuitive. It's going to start causing a lot of stress and anxiety and tension within society, within the collective, but also between nations. Next year is really going to be a start of countries starting to do things in their own best interest only. There is going to be, in general, just a lot more siloed behavior, lack of long-term thinking, people kind of being in their own ego, miscommunication because they are unsure of themselves, and that's how they're reflecting externally as well. And like I said, it's not a short-term cycle. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this kind of continues for the next 4 to 5 years, where we haven't entered this phase yet. We're going to enter this phase fully from mid next year. So honestly, what I would recommend is try to maintain your own sense of self, your own balance, your own grounding practices. Prepare yourself for changes in external situations. Prepare things for yourself and your family, for your community if possible, and really try to help one another out when times do get tough, because trust me, they will. We honestly haven't even stepped into this period yet. And if you follow kind of the Hindu phases or cycles of time, this is the Kali Yuga, which is basically the densest era that we're entering, the densest phase in civilization. And the phases change every couple of 100,000 years. And so we are in a phase that is very dense, very self-centered, very egoistic, where we lose faith. We want to believe, or are easily influenced by people trying to make us believe their own agendas and ideologies. There's just a lack of sense of self and sense of community. So that's something that we can really consciously and mindfully continue to foster. And don't believe in things that are just being repeated if they don't feel right to you. Do your own research, use your own common sense. There's a lot of deception that's going to be going on. So it's very important to kind of hold on to the beliefs that you truly believe in, because the people that are, or the influence that's going around, it doesn't really have a future. Okay, so you actually do have to fight for what you believe in. And this is, again, not just for a particular country. This is going to happen on a global level. And so this is something that is a part of the time. It's a part of the phase or cycle that we are in as the human race. Okay. And so really what you can do for yourself is the things that I mentioned, and look out for one another, keep your faith, and know that, in a couple of years, we are going to move out of this. It's not forever, but the cycle is nowhere near complete right now.